Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic and we're playing some Giants today. We have Argar the Freezing Flame, we have Calamity Bearer that came in with this set, and of course Quakebringer, as well as some really sweet sagas. Battle of Frost and Fire, Invasion of the Giants, Glimpse of Cosmos are really good cards that we're playing with, and then the one copy of Cyclone Summoner. Everything else that we have, we already had some pretty good Giants to kind of fill up the slots. Tectonic Giant, Bonecrusher Giant. We have just kind of some good removal throughout the deck to try to fill out all the other slots here at the deck. We have our one Mecha Godzilla because I love this card. I can't not put it into a deck where it deserves to go into, you know? So what's the benefit of playing Giants out? Let's go through a couple of the new cards just to kind of talk them through. I'm not going to go through everything here. Try to keep the intros a little bit shorter. I have the deck list down below, which you can always go through, read cards as well there. But I want to give just kind of like the idea of the deck, the theme of the deck, what we're doing here, and then you guys can always kind of go deep research other things you want to be doing as well. Especially for these first like little bits in the set, I'll probably dive a little bit more into the deck, into the cards, because a lot of people don't know what these cards are a lot of times still. Anyway, Invasion of Giants, 2 mana saga, enters the battlefield scry 2, which is nice for Giants because we want to be able to curve out our mid-range creatures the right way or whatever. We don't want to be hitting 5 drops when we only have 4 lands. So we put that to the bottom, we go get a land. So Invasion of Giants actually really nice to just kind of help us hit some good 2-drop plays. And then the second saga, we draw a card. So we've scrying 2, so we get to actually draw what we want to typically there for the next two turns, hopefully. Then you reveal a giant card from your hand. When you do, it deals 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. So if anyone gets a planeswalker out pretty quickly, we can at least do damage to it. I'm not sure how often that's going to be amazing for us. But then the third saga, the next giant spell you cast this turn costs 2 less. That's actually really cool. So just let us cast a lot of extra things with this. So it does a lot of good things for us. It lets us keep getting damage to face, which there's kind of a theme of just getting damage dealt to face with this set or with these giants. It's pretty nice. And so anyway, Visions of Giants really good. We have one Giants, Fire Giant's Fury, 2 mana, target giant you control gets +2/+2 until and gains trample until end of turn. It's nice to have the trample side of this. Giving the +2 is nice. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player this turn, exile that many cards from top of your library until the end of next turn. You may play those cards. So it's kind of like this version of I don't know. It's an interesting card. The biggest issue of this is that it's sorcery speed. If it wasn't sorcery speed, I'd be playing a 4 set of this. But if we cast this onto something and then it dies, it's such a bad downside of it. So I'm putting 1 copy in. It might deserve 2 slots, but we get to bring a bunch of stuff out the top of our library and we get to play all those on the next turn. That actually is really good, especially if we're hitting for tons of damage, like a 7 damage with the Quakebringer. That's pretty good stuff. All right, we have Glimpse of Cosmos, 2 mana. Look at the top, 3 cards in your library, put 1 into your hand. So this is a strategic planning, I think is the card. This is a strategic planning that as long as we control a giant, this bottom part of the text, we can pay 1 mana, 1 blue mana rather than paying its mana cost, and we exile when we do it. So basically, we get to Glimpse the Cosmos twice, but it's a really cheap Glimpse of Cosmos later. Which, like I said, being able to curve out and be able to make sure we're hitting our land drops, being able to do everything like this helps us find consistency in the deck, which is really important. Bonecrusher Giant for extra removal. We do want removal that can just hit bigger things. So we have 1 copy of Soul Seer in this. Honestly, might need something else like this that we can kind of keep bringing back. Wanted to add 1 copy of Shadow Charger, which is powerful too. Agar the Freezing Flame. Let's go ahead and talk about what this says. Whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess damage, if a giant wizard spell you control dealt that damage to this, draw a card. So if we have a Bonecrusher Giant and it deals 2 points of damage to a 1/1, then as long as Agar is out there, oh no, so it's if a giant wizard spell or a spell you control. Okay, so it does count for the Bonecrusher Giant because the Stomp counts as a spell that you control. Then you would draw an extra card. So just more card draw for us. It's a 3 mana 3/3 otherwise. So only a 2-drop of this. I don't think it really needs to be much better. It's good card advantage for us if we get it on turn 3. In the late game, it can be pretty decent for us as well, like with Shadow Smashings to be able to do lots of damage. But other than that, it's not amazing. Tectonic Giant, super fun card that's been around for a while, but just is super powerful to let us keep doing damage to face, which you kind of see with the theme of this. Just kind of keep doing damage to face. Calamity Bearer, letting that do 6 damage to face instead. Calamity Bearer, if it's giant source you control will deal damage to a permanent player, it deals double that damage instead. It's super good. And so Thrix, just our 1 flash giant that works out, and also converted cost things come in with, they can't be countered and they cost 1 less to cast. Actually pretty good for letting us get out Quakebringers for 4 mana, or if we have them at foretell cost, they actually become 3 mana for us to be able to play out Quakebringers. So pretty good. One Cyclone Summoner, 5 mana, 7/7. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, return all permanents to their owner's hands except for giants, wizards, and lands, which is pretty sweet stuff. So, and then Battle of Frost and Fire, 5 mana, enters the battlefield. It does 4 damage to each non-giant creature. So we have a one-sided board wipe. There are lots of Bone Crusher Giants and like Croxas in the format right now, but this still does hit enough stuff that it's good. I actually wonder if Red starts playing maybe a couple of this, if this becomes a really big card in the format. But it's a Storm's Wrath, a one-sided Storm's Wrath, which is awesome. We get a Scry 3 again, which is nice. And then whenever you cast a spell with Chimera cost 5 or greater, this turn draw 2 cards, then discard a card. So just a ton of filtering through our deck, a ton of card draw. Giants are powerful in this set. I think they're actually really, really good. And so with their mana base, 22 lands here, 24, 28 altogether. So we have plenty of lands to be able to hitting all of our big stuff. 28 lands in the deck, tons of ways to go digging and filtering out through them. And so that's the deck. Let's go ahead and jump right into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. All right, against Alvernus, and I forgot I added these into this as well. Having it be a board wipe is pretty nice. We'll keep this. Fire Giant's Fury onto Calamity Bear is actually pretty sweet stuff. So if we can make that happen, we have Invasion of Giants. Hopefully get the land up to Battle of Frost and Fire. We're finally, I think this is the first time we've been on the play, like out of 7-8 games. So we'll see if we can finally do stuff. We're up against a fast deck as well. Invasion of Giants, those are not lands to get us to Battle of Frost and Fire. Yeah, so we put them to the bottom. They do draw us cards, they do good things. They're things we could play on the next turns, but we need lands. And we need threats. We need Bone Crusher Giants and stuff. Garyville, draw a card, deal 2 damage. Get another Frostpire. I mean, that is a pretty good card to deal with their stuff too. We can play out Battle Frost and Fire, then we have these just to fire off. Only anytime we cast a sorcery, but still. What else does it do? So it deals you scry 2 and we have to deal 2 damage to each creature. It's not the worst. Okay, down to 12. Please don't play out any other creatures. All right, that's actually good for us here. Okay, Calamity Bearer gets really cheap. Now we can play a tapped land if we want to. Do I want to play out Shadow Skull Smashing? I feel like I want to have that online for other things, so we'll just pass the turn. This hits for 6. I mean, a 4 mana 6/4 is not bad. We've already seen Torbrand be really good. Well, that's protection. But we do have the card that protects against it right here in hand. That's actually pretty funny. Yeah, let's see here. Let's play. So we do go Battle in Frost of Fire. This only puts onto a knight, so it doesn't get to kill the Haktos. We have an answer for Haktos. They have to swing in with it. I get to do 6 points of damage here. I could pump this on the next turn as well and just hit for so 6, 8. Sorry, it would be 10. Not quite lethal. So yeah, no blocks. We'll just block Haktos. We get to scry 3, do other stuff. We're good. The Frostpire also gets to kill this. So they have to attack in. We chomp. Worst case scenario, these Frostpires do get to kill that as well. So if they had like some sort of way to give it protection, although they can't, it's protected from its protection. Right. Scry 3. Thrix is pretty fun actually here. That's actually really good removal for us. And Glimpse. I don't think we care about this. We have Seagate Restoration drawn to more stuff that we're getting to pretty soon as well. And this just makes all spells cost less. So the Secret Restoration also costs less. Yeah, we'll drop the Glimpse of Cosmos as well. Okay, play out land. How much mana do I need? So I need 2. Play this on a red source. Oh, I need 3. Dang it. I messed that up. I need that on blue. That was a big mistake. Pass the turn. We'll just play Soul Seer onto this. I'm fine with that. That was a big misplay. I definitely needed this on blue mana. I was just thinking that we're going to be sacrificing a red source potentially soon. But whatever. This has double strike. I think we just keep our life total high for now. We can play this slow all day long. I'm not that worried. So when we play this, we get to draw cards. It would have been nice to play the Secret Restoration here. That's fine. We'll just flash this in now. Okay, discard a Quakebringer. Discard Glimpse of the Cosmos. Yeah, those work really well for this. Actually, I guess rather discard Glimpse of Cosmos. Pass the turn. Maybe I want more copies of Thrix. Thrix actually works out pretty well with this deck. It's just another 5-drop is the issue. So this has double strike. Yeah, we definitely can't take it. Alright, they get to kill it. That's fine. We get to Shadow Skull Smashing here. Okay, grab a blue source this time. Alright, so we get to go X5, 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. That'll kill it because this will get the not the +1/+1 anymore. Boom, bam, baby. Feeling nice, feeling nice. I wonder if they're going to like rally the ranks in this deck as well, or is this just like an older version of the deck? Okay. Do have to block that. They get to pump, they get to do 8 damage. Quakebringer with Calamity Bearer. What I could do is I can play Calamity Bearer and Foretell the Quakebringer. A Glimpse of Cosmos. Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah, Battle Frost and Fire definitely comes to hand. We definitely need that right now. If they have removal, we're actually in a little bit of trouble. Okay, pass the turn. Swings in. Yeah, we'll block. There is something to be said about trying to keep it alive, but just we can't take that much more damage. They pump, we go down to 4. We can play this more control-y, and we're just fine. Okay, we'll clear the board. Put this on blue. Pass the turn. Quakebringer with Fire Giant's Fury, draw tons of cards. To get Restoration to draw tons of cards. All of this is pretty fun stuff. Another Quakebringer, yes. Glimpse of Cosmos, sure. Quakebringer. Don't use Fabled Passage. Pass the turn. Venerable Knight. Alright, we get to actually test out the Fire Giant's Fury. This is pretty fun stuff. Yeah, puts down the short sword. That's cool. Okay, passes my turn. Okay, Fire Giant's Fury onto Quakebringer. It's a 7/6. Tack in for 10.5. We get to play 7. We have a whole new hand to play with on the next turn. Yes. Oh, that's fun. All right. Well, let's play out a land. Let's play Battle of Frost and Fire, I believe. Or actually, you know what? We get to play on the next turn. Stomp here. Get other stuff out of their hand. And we'll play Quakebringer this turn. Seems legit. Discard a Fabled Passage. I guess we'd also discard a Quakebringer to try to get the win on the next turn. These definitely snowball into bustedness, you know? That's definitely what's happening here. Is a lot of snowballing into craziness with snow lands. We can snowball with snow lands. All right, deal some damage to face. Seems decent. Sure, we'll bounce all your stuff real quick, just to be really rude. All right, this is how the deck's supposed to go. All right, we did literally everything right there. So not too shabby, not too shabby at all. That was good, dude. I'm getting so many subs on my channel right now too. This is awesome. Doing 2 videos a day has been definitely helping out my channel a lot. All right, up against Quadus, 3 lands in hand. We have Invasion of Giants for turn 2 or Bonecrusher Giant if we feel like we need to play a more aggro match. And this is exactly what we want. Get up to the Battle of Frost and Fire, land to Tectonic Giants, and just kind of keep getting in for damage. This is so beautiful. I love this. All right, pass the turn. I feel like this deck will consistently have good 2-drop plays, which is really nice, and then have good answers. All right, so in this deck, I'm going to grab a blue source now. Hopefully this puts a land on the top. I guess technically maybe it would have been better. Whatever. All right, what do we have on top? Calamity Bear is annoying. They can actually use that fairly well. All right, so now I think we Bonecrusher Giant instead of Invasion of the Giants first. We already hit another land, so we know we can get the Tectonic Giant, which is a good play against their deck as well. Yeah, we'll stomp this now. And now we can also just play out Bonecrusher Giant as a good blocker. As long as we get to Battle of Frost and Fire once they have big stuff out, then we're in really good shape against it. Like, I feel like our hand is perfect for playing up against this deck right now. All right, do we want to get out Bonecrusher Giant? Could be really nice with like Battle of Frost and Fury. Yeah, let's play it out. I don't think we trade off with Rimrock Knight. That is one issue, is that there's not a lot of life gain in this deck. We still have to keep our life total high against these more aggro matchups. Tectonic Giant lets us go grabbing lands. Just says you can play that card. Yeah, so yeah, we kill this. Definitely don't want to be taking 5 there. We're totally fine trading off that way. Do we bolt ourselves with this, though? That's the question. So we can scry 2. Torbrand can hit hard, but if they find an Embercleave, then it can hit hard enough that we can't actually kill it here either. Interesting choice. So bolt this in. We have a good answer for this. I don't think it's worth it. All right, so let's scry first. See what's on top. Nope, not lands. Put those to the bottom. Play this tapped, pass the turn. Hopefully they play out a board state rather than land and Embercleave. If they go land and Embercleave, then we're in a lot of trouble. Okay, playing out a board. Still a lot of damage. Okay, we need an untapped land. We do actually have a few non-untapped lands here at this. Oh no! Oh, is this how it happens? Darn it. Okay, reveal a giant. What are we going to want to play this turn? Killing with Bonecrusher Giant's not a bad play. I think we're going to be playing out Tectonic Giant, though. Let us just find some more card advantage. 2 damage to them. Temple of Epiphany. We got to see what's on top. Maybe I should have done that after the Tectonic Giant, though. Glimpse of Cosmos. I don't think we're playing that here. I think we want another Battle of Frost and Fire. attacks or becomes a target of a spell ever ability. All right, so do I want land here or Quakebringer available? I can only play this on the next turn. Let's go for the land first. All right, and they get the double damage. All right, I mean, they just had a lot of good stuff against us. I know I was like touting how this hand feels perfect against their deck. And honestly, like we had a lot of good stuff. They just curved out in insane fashion. Yeah, that's so good. If we had found an untapped land for the Battle of Frost and Fire, we had a little bit better shot, but that is just as good of a curve as you can have. So keep 6. I think we drop Calamity Bearer. As far as Giants go, that's one that we want to draw kind of like top deck later on. So I'm not as worried about it right now. But I want to play a Fabled Passage out now. Yeah, Fabled Passage, pass the turn. Okay, red source. I guess card draw before Glimpse of the Cosmos. Also makes giants cheaper, so if we find like an expensive giant, we can still use it. Both of those to the bottom. Then Glimpse of Cosmos gets a little bit better too. I think in general, yeah, giants are pretty sweet. Okay, this is not a giant. Yorvo is. They do play some of those. Is this just the Gruul aggro deck again? We've run up against that one a couple of times today. Some people just playing the normal stuff. Brushfire Elemental. I don't think I've seen that art of it. That's actually really cool. I like it. Reveal a giant card. We don't want to show him this. So we'll submit one here. Because it's the thing we're going to be playing on the next turn anyway. Maybe it's better to show off the summoner to make him like try to get stuff out quicker. Let's go Glimpse the Cosmos. See what else we can find. We want a Bone Crusher Giant or something. Another Glimpse of Cosmos isn't the worst. Can we kick this? Costs 2 less, but that doesn't count for the kicker costs, I don't think. So we're playing Quakebringer on the next turn, and then Shredder's Charger on the turn after. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, red source here, pass the turn. Next turn we get to Quakebringer and play Glimpse of Cosmos. If it dies, we have other giants we can bring out, and we're fine trading off with whatever. So yeah, we trade off with anything big against this deck. We try to get them to not get our life total too low before they Embercleave. Giant is annoying. Okay, Quakebringer. Glimpse of Cosmos. Another Quakebringer. I mean, stringing those together is a pretty good way to play as well, right? So, sure. It's not too shabby. All right, this gets enters the battlefield with a counter on it, so it becomes a 5/4 as well. Seems like a theme with the giants. Okay, he goes and grabs Fabled Passage. Questing Beast. Youch. That is a crap ton of damage. Should have attacked with the 1/1 as well. Tectonic Giant. Shadow Soul Smashing. Can we play out a creature and Shadow Soul Smashing? I don't think so. But that is a nice thing to have for the next turn. We just hope they don't have another Fabled Passage. Play out Tectonic Giant. Or is it just Quakebringer? Yeah, I guess Quakebringer. Pass the turn. Well, not dead yet. Do they have Embercleave? Looks like they do. Nice. Saying good game. Bone Crusher. Okay, good game. Yeah, Gorilla Aggro is still good. I think they were on the play there as well. We're a mid-range deck. They had the aggro start on the play. We're gonna lose to that sometimes. It's all good. All right, we against Edu, and we got to mulligan this. All right, here we go. Keep this, drop the big dude. And yeah, this isn't too shabby at all. Do I want to hold on to Shatterful Smashing? We will for a turn or two. We'll probably play it out on turn 4. That is kind of the interesting thing. We do want to be making sure that we're curving out well. But this is pretty good stuff to be targeting as well. All right, pass the turn. Double Bone Crusher Giant seems really nice here. Do they have a second Charm Stray? Hallowed Priest. Now we'll just kill the Hallowed Priest instead. Get rid of the actual threats. These guys can always die to the Battle of Frost and Fire. We'll get up Bone Crusher Giant now. Pass the turn. It is nice to have the one-sided board wipe and a giant to have on board with it. That's pretty sweet stuff. Pacifism. All right, take 2. That's fine. Gain some life back. Miss the land drop. That's big. Let's go Shatter Skull Smashing tapped. Do I want to hold up Bone Crusher Giant, or do I just want to play this out? All right, play this tapped. Mecha Godzilla. And again, having a giant out on battlefield is nice. Getting this out earlier so I can keep getting more stuff is fun. Battle Frost and Fire for the next turn. I don't know if we have a way to deal with the pacifism. There's the new mono blue enchantment that does kind of a similar thing here, and it's actually really good. Do we care about this? I think we actually just need to stick something on the board, right? Like, I'm not going to play this just to kill a cat. So, Stompy boy. Kill the Charm Stray. Bone Crusher Giant. Pass the turn. We do have the Summoner, which I think is at the very bottom of the deck. No, we did shuffle just barely. We have the one that returns all non-land permanents to their hands. All right, we're just gonna go for the Scry with this. Okay, attack in. I'm not sure how much blue we want. I guess we'll go even for now. Scry 3 after the draw step. So then hopefully we can just make sure we get a Karanikos 5 or greater thing to play. Is this just a beginner deck? Oh, I feel bad now. We're playing really good stuff up against a beginner deck. All right, so we want Quakebringer. That's actually a pretty good curve. But we have something that we can play right away and draw cards with. We draw 2, discard a card. Whenever we deal excess damage. All right, well, this is good to play here. Swing in here. Well, we get to do excess damage to one of them. Okay, or they just take it. That's also fine. So we actually know what's off the top of our deck. We do want to draw 2 cards and discard cards, or we might just Battle Frost and Fire and hit in for 7. Like, honestly, this is probably better than that. Sure, we'll take it. Quakebringer, we draw Calamity Bearer and Glimpse of Cosmos. We're actually fine having Glimpse of Cosmos get discarded. All right, yeah, so go Quakebringer. Draw 2 cards. Discard Glimpse of Cosmos. Then we get to play Glimpse of Cosmos. We grab a Petal of Frost and Fire, Shadow Smashing. All of them are good. Do we need an extra copy of this? All of that's good. We'll play this tapped. Swing in. Yeah, Battle Frost and Fire definitely gives us lethal on the next turn. Quakebringer deals 2 points of damage. If it dies, Pacifisms means that this stays on board. All right, we are playing up against a pre-con deck, I think, but still, we get to show off our deck. That's cool stuff, right? Oh my goodness. How did they do that? All right, attacks in. Do you have any other shenanigans going on here? 2 damage to face. I hope I don't like make this guy not like Magic anymore, you know? I don't want that to be what happens here, but it's kind of what it's feeling like. Or maybe he's gonna be like, dude, that was so cool, I want to do that thing. That's what I always hope happens with this stuff. Okay, Assault Formation, cool, you gotta block some stuff. This feels like I'm just playing up against Sparky, for sure. Doing this now because we're going to scry at the beginning of the upkeep, so it doesn't really matter, but grab a second red source. Calamity Bearer, swing in, deal all of the damage in the world. Yeah, this is pretty good stuff. Tectonic Giant's pretty sweet too. Okay, Calamity Bearer. Draw some cards with Agar. Swing in. This is so good. So they can stay alive by blocking Quakebringer. Not really, because Bunker Giant hits. But then we get to draw a card with this. Anyway, yeah, it's dead. But Agar would draw a card there, because it's excess damage we just dealt. Anyway, I like it. It's good. Well, we got to showcase the deck there, so why not, you know? Yeah, I'm getting like lightheaded and getting shakes right now. All right, so I'm against Javix and 2 lands, 3 lands. We do have Invasion of the Giants. We'll keep this. It might be worth bolting ourselves for that. I don't know. Maybe it's just better to get out some other stuff instead, but scry first, untap land. Kind of counts. As long as we get to the 5 mana stuff, hopefully we're fast enough. Dude, we keep going up against these really quick decks, and it's really hard to play against. Yeah, I don't think we can bolt ourselves. Untap land, please. We get out Agar. Nope, to the bottom. Pass the turn. Dude, maybe standard is just a little bit too fast for Giants right now. Like, I'm really surprised by this. I feel like our deck is built to deal with these decks, but indestructible creatures hurts us quite a bit. If we get down to like 4 toughness things, then we can maybe at least chump block here and there, get them to where they don't have stuff in hand to do anything anymore. But yeah, this is just rough right now. I think we're gonna have to bolt ourselves to get out Agar, which doesn't really help us a ton. All right, there we go. That's at least better. Okay. Whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls deals excess damage. Wait, so this is whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls excess damage. I kept reading this the opposite way. Oh, is dealt. Sorry. Is dealt excess damage. All right, so when we block this, a giant we are controlling deals excess damage. It deals 1 damage plus 2 more, so it's excess. I'm not sure if it'll count when it's I think it still counts even though it's indestructible. Yeah, so then we get to draw a card here. So that's nice. We just need to keep getting out bodies on board. We'll probably Shadow Smashing to try to make them discard more stuff again. But we also need the 5-drop to kill things too. Maybe should have played out the Shatterskull Smashing there. Dude, we found all of our 5-drops. We have so many 3-drop and 4-drop cards. We just didn't find any of them. I keep having this happen to us, and it's just sad. All right. So I can Shatterskull both the Season Hollowblanes. They discard 2 cards. They hit for 6, 7. If they play out any other creatures, then maybe the Battle of Frost and Fire does enough for them, but I think this is kind of our only play. This is our land as well that we're playing. So we're firing this off. Yeah, they can get indestructible and be fine, but we're slowing them down. Either they're having to discard lands, whatever. We're just hoping that we can get them to where Battle of Frost and Fire actually kills these guys. But not drawing a 3-drop or a 4-drop is really bad here. Thank you, love. All right, my wife just got me some foods because I started getting like shakes and lightheadedness real quick. Okay, yeah, that's nice game. Didn't hit the land, didn't hit anything there. That was just like as bad of drawing as we can have. So we're done. It's all good. Almost have Arena downloaded, which apparently I have to download more after this. All right, all of our board wipes in hand. We're gonna look at that. The format's way too fast for that to work. Keep this, drop the Cyclone Summoner. All right, we have our 4 lands. We can hold off on Shatterskull Smashing now. So Fabled Passage, pass the turn. I guess we don't even have to play that out, but I do want double red sources for smashing in case we just kill like a 1/1 at some point. A lot of basic lands as well. Okay, Izzet. Are we playing up against a rogues deck? Please don't tell me we're playing up against a rogues deck. All right, it's not rogues. All right, that's much better. Much better. Are they casting spells here? All right, bummer. Now what do we play? Do we play out Mechagodzilla to have a chance at hitting a little bit harder? I think so. Yeah, I think it's Mechagodzilla to have a chance at having a flyer for striker, some shenanigans like that. Reach as well. Lifelink's not bad, especially with Calamity Bear. Actually, this is a pretty sweet play. Lifelinker, hopefully gets up to like a 4/4 or something else. All right, Scorching Giant Fire, rude. Hopefully we can get there before this gets too big. Tectonic Giant. Play out Calamity Better on the next turn. We have to do 3 damage to each opponent with it and then hit. So this is a 12 damage spell for us now. That's not bad. Out of 12. Hopefully no counter spells. I could have bolted one of these lands for protecting against disruption, but our life total is a little bit too low for that to really work anyway. Are we still racing here? Kind of, I guess. We can go digging for board wipe, but we can't play board wipe now. They're going to get out of range of it anyway. So I think we just go for damage output. We're not actually winning the race at the moment, but maybe somehow. We have 3-turn clock. We can maybe stomp face, play out Bone Crusher Giant, find another Calamity Bear, and then we have lethal. Swings for 5. Didn't cast any spells, so still a... Could be better than a 2-turn clock. We'll see. But we'll kill 1 Sprite Dragon. Might be better to be sending this at face. I don't know. Okay. How close are we to getting the Shatterskull Smashing? Hitting for 4. Pretty close, actually. Okay, play that tapped. Attack in first. Yeah, 3 and 3. 6 damage again. So 6 plus 4, 10. So we have lethal on board. Fire Prophecy, so they take 2 more. What do we need to be able to get to lethal now? And they very well might have us. Sprite Dragon is actually pretty good against us. Unless we had the Bone Crusher Giant in the opening hand, which we just didn't. Shadow Smashing, they just keep getting bigger at the same pace that we can do more damage with this. 3 damage for their face. Guess we go digging for answers. Yep, too late. Darn it. Do they have another spell? Alright, good game. They got us. Man, I feel like we've just been losing to some of the funkiest decks. Like decks that we should be doing decent against. We have really good hands and everything, and then Giants, maybe it's just the issue of that mid-range is really bad in the format. There's so many good cards against mid-range. All right, we against Vimar Milagros, and 4 lands we'll keep. Got a Bone Crushy boy. Play out the tap land first. Do I think goblins are still dominating in historic best of 1? Yeah. Elves might take a little bit of that slot, but yeah, I think that they're still the best. We are... do I want to stamp face? I'm playing out stuff every turn from here on out, right? So yeah, let's just go ahead and stomp face. Could be nice to have that removal available, but now we can play out Bone Crusher Giant. Pass the turn. Maybe Mecha Godzilla would be better there. Who knows? All right, stomp. Attack. Tap land. Wouldn't mind some more blue mana at some point here. Rankle. All right, they're sacrificing our Bone Crusher Giant here. We do get to Soul Sear the Rankle, and we probably will do that. Yeah, they sacrifice that. We have to discard a card. Yeah, I think it's Mecha Godzilla. It can be good, but this is fine. Okay, Shadow Soul Smashing tapped. Pass the turn. Has no zombies. Interesting. This can't hit planeswalkers. What do I care about more? Cards in the graveyard. They can kill any of our stuff pretty easily. Wrinkle's really annoying too, though. Do I want to Soul Sear the Liliana or the Wrinkle? It's a tough choice. A Soul Sear Liliana.
I'll be even more powerful next time.
Okay, discard Agar. Does let us draw some cards, but only if we're doing excess damage to anything. All right, they can make us discard again. They're starting to discard as well, though. And then our Bone Crusher Giant does at least keep pace with the Wrinkle for damage dealing wise. Letting us draw a card. Interesting. Sweet. Glimpse of Cosmos too, which is actually really nice here. wouldn't mind board wipe of some sort. A Glimpse of Cosmos first. All right, they're gonna make us discard most likely. I think I want to hold on to Bone Crusher Giant, so we're just gonna play this out past the turn. Could Glimpse of Cosmos again. Actually, yeah, we'll do that. Glimpse of Cosmos again. Let's get 2 good things to hand. Invasion of the Giants. Well, if they don't make us discard, then this is at least good. I'm fine discarding this to the Rankle, though. Let's see if they make us lose a creature. All right, Croxa. All right, that's annoying. Village Rites, draw some cards. Yeah, this is annoying. Good for you, sir. And another Croxa. Youch. The right play is actually to wait on the Croxas and let it deal damage to us instead. You should have, yeah, should have attacked it with Rankle, have it as discard, and then do it then. I guess we're looking for Battle of Frost and Fire to kill the Rankle and then somehow deal with Croxas. Dude, man. Yeah. We just can't play well against their decks. Croxa comes back. We're in trouble. Cyclonic. No, even that doesn't work. I think we're just dead. Yeah, this one's over. All right, so in the wrap up for this deck, dude, I don't know why Giants aren't good, but they're not. Like, I really don't know what's not good about this. Like, I ended up playing quite a few games. We played up against quite a few decks that like were just Gruul aggro, things that we've seen a lot before. Some people are just like timing us out. But I tried a lot of different matches to try to find some interesting, fun stuff here for you guys. And just besides the few games that we did have that were pretty fun and good, where Giants kind of go off and go crazy, I felt like they just weren't doing that consistently enough, or we were doing it, but it just wasn't good enough. It was like, oh, you're doing your cool thing. That's fine. Like Storm's Wrath just isn't powerful enough. We don't have just a straight up board wipe or whatever. So maybe it's like a Jeskai Giants deck that you need to be playing that has just like the board wipes. It has maybe a little bit more removal in the early game for other stuff. Maybe that's where this needs to be, is more in a Jeskai version. But as far as Izzet Giants go, I was less impressed than I wanted to be. Like I just, yeah, it's kind of sad. I feel like it could be better. And I don't totally know why. Like, I don't totally know what was wrong with this. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you guys made it to the end of the video, the secret word for today is Giants don't got it. Sorry, man. Giants don't got it. Anyway, see you guys in the next one. Bye.